Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect grace, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for each of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity in this moment right now to be completely unique and to be completely loved. We choose to not see those things as separate, but to see them as one. And we allow right now for the sense of togetherness, for the sense of the collective good, for indeed being part of humanity, to be part of mankind, womankind, to be part of the earth, to be part of Mother, Father, God. We recognize our participation fully right now, and we allow ourselves to participate with glee, with joy, and with absolute commitment. So let's just breathe in. And without any sense of diminishment whatsoever, what they're showing is what's it like to be a part of the team in terms of like how ants are, how bees are, how birds are working as a team, as a flock, as a herd. And we tend to think of that as a diminished state, like just being part of like a cog in the wheel. If we could notice what it's like to actually be that. So if we could just breathe in and feel right now for the 20 people that are here right now, that you're part of something. And amplifying that by the millions of people who do the similar work, who pray, connect with the angels, who want a better world and a better life. Let's just breathe and feel that sense of belonging. And with that sense of belonging, if we could feel in this moment what it's like to inherently receive all the good that comes with that, to allow the grace of God, the grace of the angels, the grace of goddesses and guides to be with you, to allow your energy to be your own and to be pristine, to not hold on to things that don't serve us, to not hold on to fear, but to allow like flow, like ocean waves, like blood flowing, to allow the perfect flow of energy, peace, abundance, joy, health, and unconditional love to be part of every single system in our body. So if we could just breathe into that. And notice what it's like to walk among your fellow beings, even in a time of isolation, to march along, to pray along, to listen along, to harmonize along. To be part of something. And if we could notice with that, there's a hummingbird singing right nearby, creating a very specific vibration. If we could feel the specific vibration of the guides that you love best, the goddesses you love best, the angels, and letting them help you right now from above, perhaps, and letting them lift off the heaviness, lifting off the energy or despair of others, the despair of the country, the despair of the world, letting them lift off the different layers of fear that might be being projected toward us right now, very systematically, and allowing ourselves to have a deep sense of confidence and a root, R-O-O-T, of peace, and also a root, R-O-U-T-E, forward. So if we could just breathe into the fact that we are on a path as a team, as a collection. Wonderful. So if we could allow that train of thought to continue, the sense of progression forward. And in what they're showing me here, it's gone from being like a horizontal view of like how you would watch a movie, or like a progression of ants and bees moving from left to right. Let's notice it being more forward, that view changing. And if we could notice as that continues, several different goddesses, perhaps 5 different goddesses, being with you right where you are right now. And just noticing your favorite goddesses, but specifically, if we could notice Mary Magdalene has been showing up a great deal, and she's quite a force. Maybe a bit on the serious side in the most positive way, in terms of being very dedicated to your healing, dedicated to your path. So if we could breathe in, and perhaps with a bit of ceremony or ritual, if we could notice Mary Magdalene right in front of you and the four other goddesses at your sides, perhaps with hands on you, if we could just breathe into the sense of ritual and whatever the words feminine blessing mean to you. Let's just let a feminine blessing happen here. So if we could breathe in and feel safety, and if we could let there be a dedication to the infusion of perfect safety into, and they're choosing that word over protection, whatever that means to you. If we could just feel safety infused into every single cell in your body, the cells in your nervous system, the cells in your brain, the cells in your heart, the cells in your blood. And if we could decidedly turn off, like on the spine level, nervous system level, turn off any fight or flight response. So if we could breathe into the fact that at this moment you are perfectly safe. Wonderful. If we could breathe in, and if we could allow the tone of everything to change as Mary Magdalene leans in and speaks directly to you in what might be a whisper. So if we could just breathe in, and we notice her directly addressing your intention, what you wanted to work on, what you're available for today. We could just breathe in and we'll just receive. Good. And seamlessly, let's let Mary Magdalene dive into your heart and become part of you. And let's just have a unique experience with that and notice what that's like for you. And perhaps even as an inquiry, just noticing, Mary Magdalene, what are you doing? And let's let her fully inhabit your limbs. And not so much, she's being very clear about something, which is you're not being a puppet. She's just inhabiting, co inhabiting your body for a few minutes. If we could just breathe in and to feel that like an overlay, she's saying. So let's just breathe in, notice what it's like to have this cohabitation with this goddess. And as the goddess, not as the human, as the goddess, let's notice the pure receptivity of power, the pure activation of power, the pure harmony with abundance, pure radiant health and wellness. Let's notice intuition sparkling, creativity unabated, creativity flowing perfectly, the ideas flowing. Let's notice what it's like to be in sync with the highest good of all, the highest good of humanity, the highest good of mankind. And if we could notice your incredible role in the team, as Kate Bush says, being part of the symphony, that you're needed, that you are essential, that you are vital, that you matter. If we can notice with absolute love and absolute care that you belong, if we could just take in a breath, and if we could notice, we're going to say this two ways. If we could notice us saying out loud the words, I belong. And in Mary Magdalene's voice, as she inhabits your body, let's say in her voice, you belong. And if we could say in your own voice, I matter. And if we could say, as Mary Magdalene, as you, I matter. So if we could breathe into this integration, and as you and only you, let's say out loud, I am part of something huge. I am actively changing the world. I am actively changing the world. And whatever it means to you, and she's saying this as an answer to your soul's request, her wording. Let's let Mary Magdalene this moment, her words, give you instructions. So if we could just take in a breath and just notice what comes with that. Wonderful. Let's just breathe in with a hint of Mary Magdalene humor. She's saying, don't worry about the fine print. The big brush strokes have the information. So if we could feel what it's like as you, with the integration of Mary Magdalene, to look at those four other goddesses, perhaps just to look them in the eye, whether you feel that, see that, hear that, or know that. And notice what they communicate, their commitment to you. If we could just really notice that, their absolute commitment to you. And if we could take that in, looking into these four different goddesses' eyes, they are committed to you completely. You are not in this alone. So if we notice those four goddesses and their dedication to you, which might include a touch to your heart, and if we can notice with Mary Magdalene inhabiting your body, she's just being emphatically clear about this, that there's no room for the energy of other people. It's you and her. So if we could feel the energy of other people, even that you've consciously or even unconsciously adopted their energy into, if we could feel that energy vacating your cells, your body, your soul. So with that individualization being very clear, we could just breathe in. And if we could notice as we head toward a conclusion, um, what's your choice, right? And there's no good or bad ever in Angel Land, but if we could just notice, what's your choice right now? Do you want Mary Magdalene to stay a co-inhabitant with you for the rest of this hour, this day, this week, this month, this year? Or would you like to be yourself and have her to stand by your side? Completely your choice, whatever feels right to you. We'll just notice that. And if we could notice there being like a reminder on a phone or on a calendar, the reminder that you're not alone, which might be for an hour from now during a tough moment, or when there's any kind of despair happening or fear. We can notice that reminder of how connected you are and how loved you are. If we could take this moment to notice, we've worked with 5 goddesses here. If we could notice all the angels that you love and know by name, at work, with friends who are in despair, family who might be in despair, in governments and hospitals, in memory clinics and facilities, that they're with the people that we know and love. They're with stores, with independent businesses like Home and Garden, that they're at work. They're at work with people who are being in service to people who are living lives, parenting, caring for others, creating art, changing jobs, empowering their intuition. They're with us. They're with you. They are, and we are. And with this sense of belonging, the sense of comprehensive love and wholeness, we celebrate life. And to Mary Magdalene and the 4 different goddesses, we say out loud, thank you so much. And with the collective we are doing a great job. And we are changing the world right now. And with clarity, peace, and love, we thank the presence of Mother, Father, God, and all the archangels and ascended masters. We thank as well the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this moment of clarity and peace as we love life and we celebrate joy. And to all the goddesses, we say yes and thank you. And with clarity and peace, we ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.